Hello, Libra. How you doing, Fancy Pants? Elsie here to do a reading for you. I'm here to do your weekly reading, and I hope you are well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. Libra, I'm doing 9 card draws this week because that is what is tickling my brain, and I'm here to do one for you. This reading could resonate with you today. Maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's in a week, maybe it's in a month, who knows? But let's find out what's going on for you. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is your weekly reading, Libra. If you're here and you've come here and you're brand new, I hope that you will stay with a beautiful, lovely, large tribe that is ever growing. It grows literally every day. And thank you so much for stopping in here. If you're the ride or die, if you keep coming back, please make sure that you do have your I think we got cards that are already sitting here against my chest. Make sure that you have your bell button on. Make sure that you've subscribed because my upload schedule is going to be a bit erratic, so you'll know when I'm uploading for you. Look what we've got here. We start out with the Sun and Strength, a couple of Leo energies, which is interesting because as I read this, we are moving into the Leo full moon. Let's find out what else is going on here. We've got the Three of Wands. Look, I feel as though you might be holding yourself back from a very fun, happy, clear, and bright future. I'm going to say that you aren't the person who runs at things, right, Libra? You're, especially if it comes up in your Sun. And please remember that these readings are not just for Libra Sun. This is for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So if I mention other signs, it's because we are talking to other signs as well. So I feel like the Strength card being Leo energy, well, we're in a Leo full moon, and then we've got the Leo and the Sun energy. I feel like you're going to realize, I don't think you realize that you've been holding yourself back because I think you're in your head thinking about the future, thinking about what should come up in the future, and it's stopping you from making a move forward. Like, I don't think you're physically moving. I think you're thinking, daydreaming. I feel like you're trying to stay in balance, like you're thinking about the future, but you're not actually taking action. I think you are going to have some sort of a breakthrough soon, that even though you might have a little bit of fear and you might need some courage to move into the future, that whatever is moving quick into the future, I think that this is part of the problem, is that something's about to pick up speed and move quick, and you're going to see why, because the Sun is here. But I think it terrifies you just a little bit because you're a person who's sort of overly analytic, right? You like to think things out. We've got the Four of Pentacles. It's like you're hanging on to something for dear life. I think it's comfort. I think it's stability. I think that you're worried to move too quickly, forward too quickly here. I think the Sun showing up as the first card, of course, is always the strongest, and it gives the energy to the rest of the reading. I feel like the Sun is going to make you realize that you've been holding back, or that you've been holding so tight onto something that the universe has no room to give you anything more. For me, the Four of Pentacles is kind of twofold. It's like, yes, I'm holding back. I don't want to share anything. It's stability, but it's also a place where you're telling the universe, look, I'm just holding on to what I have because I don't think you're going to give me more. I don't trust that you'll give me more. So I feel like you have to find the courage to move forward with fire into the future, or at least entertain the thought of looking into the future and seeing what's out there instead of holding back. We've got the Six of Pentacles at the heart of the matter. So I think this is it. It feels as though you're a person who is an overgiver. So that might mean that you have an overgiving sign bordering your sun sign, if you are here for your sun sign. You might be someone who is a Taurus. You might be someone who is very much an overgiver, right? A Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn possibly. And I think that you hold back these 10 Pentacles altogether. You hold back and you're very cautious, I would say. Cautiously optimistic, but I think cautious nonetheless, about who you give your time, effort, and energy and money to, or where you put those efforts. Because, you've been heartbroken before. I was just going to say, it almost feels like a bit of deja vu, or I've been at this precipice before where I gave too much and I ended up heartbroken, or I ended up disappointed with the results. I feel like an opportunity is coming up for you to move into the future. It doesn't feel like you'll be doing it alone. I feel like you'll be doing it with friends or people that you know. But it feels like that this you're holding on to what you have right now, which I think is good, by the way. I feel like whatever you have right now is good, but I think that it's about to get really great because the sun is here, but you just don't see it yet. Because you're still stuck to this old frame of mind that if I move too quickly, things are not going to work out in my favor. And so I feel like you want to be cautiously optimistic, but look, I feel like you've got to let that lion go. I think you got to release the beast here. Libra, you've got to release the beast. We've got the King of Pentacles because there's a lot of money to be made here. There's a lot of material wealth that is waiting for you in the future, but you're holding yourself back because in the past, I feel like you were really hurt by moving too quickly towards someone, something, a job, an opportunity. But look, there is something here in the material world that's waiting for you. But you've already told the universe, look, I have enough. I don't trust that you're giving me any more, so I'm just going to hold on tight to what I have. But look, the universe wants to give you much more. They don't want you to just settle for the Four of Pentacles or the Ten of Pentacles. They want you to be in this King of Pentacles energy, which gives you a lot more opportunity for movement. Now, money's not everything, right? I'm a Taurus, I'll tell you, money's not everything. And because I'm very grounded and not very materialistic, and Taurus is always accused of being all of that, but I'm not. I live minimally. And so I feel like it's essential to be the King of Pentacles, to have a hold on your finances, to have a hold on your material world, and not allow the things that you own you. I think that you're about to be able to make more money than you need. But I feel like you're a person who's very much in balance, and I think that you will hold on to whatever you have at this time. But please know that the universe is waiting to add to you, but you've got to let go of the clutches for a moment here. I really do feel that more is coming, and it's going to give you more opportunity. It's going to give you more options. It's going to allow you to relax your nervous system. And like I keep saying, money's not everything, but it does give you more options, more flexibility. You know, it gives you a little more safety. Having financial safety can be something that that allows you to have more options, opportunities, right? We have the World card. There's something here that you're about to accomplish that you have been working really hard on. Look at all these pentacles. This World card's in the corner and all these pentacles are here. I feel like an opportunity is coming up with all these pentacles in the pentacle world for you to be able to accomplish something you've always wanted to accomplish. Or this is some kind of milestone. So I feel like there is a chapter of you holding back that is coming to a close. And it's not that you're still not in this Three of Swords, because I think you are, but I think you've also taken the time to look at something from a different perspective. The things that you need to remember is you're not the same person that you were this time last year. You've learned some things. You've grown in some ways. You've come to places where you've tested out this reciprocal energy. I'll give to you, you give to me. I feel like you've gotten better at it. I feel like you've gotten better at offering, but also not giving too much if you don't receive. And it's not that we should always wait to receive, but I feel like when I look at this, that there's somebody here with their hands open and it's not you. So, givers must have boundaries because takers sometimes do not. So the Hanged Man energy tells me that you're in a perspective. And I feel like you're going to be looking at some sort of milestone, like looking at where you've come from. And I think you're about to make more money or get a better job. Something is about to really work out for you in your 3D world, so your material world. And I feel like it comes via a breakthrough that I've got to be more courageous. I have to take a risk or two. And it's time for me to move off into the future, even though I still have this, I'm going to say, discombobulated nervous system. Even though I'm nervous, it's okay to be nervous as long as you step through the fear, right? Fear is a liar. As long as you step through the fear, Libra, you're good. I'm going to put down 2 cards here so we can see what is under the surface that you don't quite see just yet. Tell me about Libra. We've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Look, I feel like what's happening here is the universe is saying to you, look, you've thought about it as much as you can. it's as long as you don't move at something with such an aggressive speed that you can't slow down, I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is going to give you what you deserve. In the end, we all get what we deserve. And I think what you deserve is to have some sort of expansion. You're going through growing pains, and the growing pains is that you're outgrowing a thought pattern that I feel you've been stuck to for a long time. You could be a Scorpio, a Taurus, Aquarius, or a Leo energy in one of your other placements, because we do have the Wheel of Fortune, which is also Sag, but is the growing, right? The expansion of Jupiter, and then we have the World card here, which is also the end of overthinking everything, the end of being frozen in a pause because you're afraid of what the future might bring if you move too fast. Well, then what's under the surface says you don't have to move fast. Make good decisions, make them slow. You've got a lot of pentacles here. So I don't think you really have to worry about it. I think that as long as you move slow, intellectually, understand things, ask lots of questions, that the Wheel of Fortune is here for your benefit, that things are going to be moving in a fortunate way, in a terms of expansion, and move slow enough. Destiny is here. You cannot avoid destiny. Your destiny is here, and it's time to head out into the future, my friend. Let's talk about your breakthrough. Let's talk about the sun here. If I didn't say at the beginning, and I don't remember if I did, but at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about how to get a private read. I'm also going to tell you about the extended. I do extend all of my readings and put them in the membership area, so we'll talk about that later. The sun energy is bringing up the Nine of Cups. Look, you just got to be open to the breakthrough. I'm just saying, you have to invite it in. The breakthrough can show up at your door, friend, but if you're not looking in the direction of your breakthrough, then you're not going to see it. If you look away because the sun is too bright, you could miss your wish fulfillment, is what I'm saying. So I feel like you're about to be in the spotlight. Somebody here is about to be in the spotlight. You might be on stage. You might be a singer. You might be someone who people see from a distance because you're going to be under the spotlight. I feel like as long as you're open to it, the universe is willing to serve up your wish fulfillment, but you've got to be ready to take the bull by the horns, friend. That's the thing. The Queen of Wands is here. So you may have a fire placement and you don't have to, but I think that somebody here does have a fire placement and is going to make a bold move. I think that you are going to look at the sun, and I think you're going to see the breakthrough and invite it in, but it's going to require that you be resilient. That you be resilient and not be scared to fall down and scrape your knees, friend. Take the first aid kit with you. You'll be fine. I feel like somebody is taking a risk or taking a chance, and I feel like it works out good because you end up with the spotlight on you. In growth, look at this. The Death card is here. Something is about ready to change. But when the Death card shows up, it's not a small change. It's a massive transformation. I feel like you're changing your mind. I feel like you are pointing yourself toward the sun and deciding that it's time for you to make some sort of big, bold move. Look, Sagittarius also loves to travel. Maybe you're going on a trip by yourself. Maybe you're about to travel. Maybe you're about to take your show on the road. Like, it feels like somebody here is about to travel. I'm willing to keep open. Arms wide open, right? I'm willing to keep open. I just heard Eddie Vedder in my head sing Arms Wide Open. Is that Eddie Vedder? Anyways, so I feel like there's a transformation here. I feel like if you do have a fire placement, like your sun, moon, rising, Venus, especially maybe Jupiter, probably, because that's where your abundance is. If you do have Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries in Jupiter, but possibly also if it's in your rising sign, I feel like somebody here is about to travel, to go out there to see what's out there. Tell me what your worst fears are. Let's just get that out of the way so we can dispel the myth. Let's talk about why this Three of Swords is here. I think you're worried about money, or worried about your stability, or if I leave where I live, where am I going to live? Like, it feels like somebody here is leaving the safety of the Pentacles, and it worries you because you're not really sure. You're not really sure how this is going to work out. Tell me about the Three of Swords. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Pentacles. and the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords tells me you are up in your head about what your intention is. Now, I don't think you're scared of hard work. I think you're a hard worker, and I don't think that that's the problem. I think that you know that when you put the hard work in, something does grow. But I think that I feel like you really have to know what your intention is. The Page of Pentacles is here. Do you intend on making a small contribution, or do you intend on making a large contribution? I think that is what worries you. How big is my contribution got to be financially? How big does my contribution have to be in terms of what do I have to sacrifice about where I live and how I live? And like, that's what it feels like the worry is about here. So it could be if you're publishing a book, what's it going to cost me to publish my book? It feels like a really big investment of hard work, but you're wondering how much time, effort, energy, or money do I have to invest? And that's why the Five of Swords is here. I think you're fighting with yourself. I feel like it's sort of up in your head and you're fighting with yourself. Let's look at the World card. Tell me what's changing here, because there is a door closing. We know that the Death card is here. Something's transforming, but a door is closing here. And I feel like you are trying to be positive about the change, but I feel like it worries you. Tell me about the World card, because it's a permanent change here. The Ace. Oh, look at these aces here. Oh, okay. So we got these aces here. Look, Justice is here with the Hierophant. I feel like you favor balance. You favor balance. You favor stability. You favor making the decisions. But I feel like you favor making good, solid decisions. I think you're a good, solid decision maker. But I think that this Libra with this Taurus energy can get you in trouble in that you're a late bloomer or you're a person who holds back a lot. Because look, especially if you're a Taurus moon, and I tell you guys this, right? If you're a Taurus moon and a Libra sun, hold my beer. Like, you're not going anywhere until you overthink the hell out of it, because they're both overthinking signs. So I think that the chapter that's closing for you, I feel, is one of this. I don't think that you're headed for a fall. I don't think you're headed for pain. I think you can let this go. Your investment is going to be your brain power, being logical and being reasoned, asking good questions. If you're signing contracts, make sure you have other people helping you with a second set of eyes. I'm just going to say, if this is a contract you're signing, because maybe you're signing a contract where they're going to pay you ahead or pay you in advance. It feels like, I want to say that your financial days of having to hold on to every penny, this is over. It feels like something is breaching the dam. That's what it feels like. And it comes pouring in. So I feel like, although you are holding back a little bit, you expect to get hurt. You expect that someone's going to stab you in the back. If it is a contract you have to sign, I feel like they're going to pay you in advance, or you are going to make a lot of money because it's connected to the King of Pentacles. I feel like you don't got to worry. I think you are worrying, and that's why you're in the pause. We're going to go into the extended. We're going to talk way more about this. We'll pull this apart, talk about what's under the surface and how you can deal with whatever is due to you is coming. And I feel like you're going to be able to do it as slow as you want to and keep in balance while you're doing it. And I think what's coming up is a lot of stability in finances. But I think you're learning to stand on your own 2 feet, and you're taking small chances to go on an adventure while you're doing it. You're being taught how to adventure. If you want to come to the extended, all of the extendeds I put in the membership area, there is a pinned comment above all of the comments at the very top. Click on read more. And at the top, you will see that there is a link to the membership area. So if you want to go to the membership area, please click there, become a member. If you're not interested in seeing 4 membership or 4 extendeds in a month, please click on the link that gives you the one extended. If you're interested in seeing the extended and you just want to pay for it outright, you can do that. And if you're interested in a private read, look, I'm caught up. If you guys want to get a private read and get it out sooner than later, then now would be the time. So I do offer extended readings. Not extended readings, but private readings that are pre-recorded, and they start at $25 and go up from there. I also offer live readings, and please go check my schedule by clicking on the Hypsee link. You'll see when I'm available, when I'm going to be online, and I can speak to you live. You will get anywhere between 5 and 75% off your readings over the phone, video, or text. So I'm going to go into the extended. If you want to be there, that's where I will be. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Thanks, Libra, for hanging out with me. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to go. Happy full moon in Leo. Bye-bye.